SABC News reporter Abra Barbier is joining us. Good afternoon, Abra. Who do you have with you in Cape Town now?
Good afternoon. I'm now speaking with Dr. Mark Burke of the DA. What do you know that we didn't know at this point?
Even if I did know a lot more than you did, I wouldn't be able to share it. We've just come out of a lockup, which is where Treasury hands over documents that indicates where the budget might go. We will know when the Minister speaks, and until then, any information from that lockup session is unfortunately under embargo.
And any feedback from Cabinet? Have you heard from your colleagues who were in that meeting?
I've just heard that it was an extended meeting and it went on for quite a while. There's no indication yet. I would venture to say that the DA has been quite firm in our opposition to any tax increases, and our ministers would have gone into that meeting with that position.
So this basically is exactly what happened 2 weeks ago, but all the parties I've spoken to say that there's no way that the budget can be delayed today again. It would be a terrible embarrassment for the country, first of all, and it would have an impact on the markets. But I think the consensus is that even if it doesn't go the way GNU parties want it to go, normal parliamentary processes will then follow after that.
Yes, and we shouldn't be too concerned that Parliament is functioning in the way that the Constitution envisaged. But as you say, this will be severely undermining of the credibility of the Minister of Finance, as well as Treasury more broadly. The fact that we have had, one, a delay on the budget, and now uncertainty as to whether the partners in the government, or even sufficient amounts of votes in Parliament, support this new proposed budget is definitely uncharted territory, and is unfortunately the result of the ANC again weaponizing time and running everything down to the wire.
Dr. Burke, I spoke with the EFF earlier on, and they said that they are willing to speak with GNU parties who don't agree with how the budget looks. Do you think this is something that could be on the cards for the DA and the EFF?
Well, I think across the board, whether it's the EFF, the MK, or the partners in the GNU, barring the ANC, everybody's opposed to tax increases. South Africans cannot afford any more. South Africans aren't willing to be punished with a VAT hike, and at the same time, they're not willing to be punished by not spending on social grants as we've already planned for. So if the EFF is saying that they're opposed to tax increases and they will vote against a budget that proposes tax increases, I think that's very welcome.
Dr. Mark Burke, thank you so much. We'll catch up with you after the minister's done. Well, there you have it. It seems like it's going to be more of what we had 2 weeks ago, except that we are hoping the budget will be delivered today. And then the parliamentary processes will play out, and parties, I suppose, unexpected partnerships. We will see that happening because, as Dr. Burke says, all the parties are against what is currently on the table. Studio?
Thanks, Abra. This upcoming budget has been described as a tough balancing act by commentators after disagreements within the Government of National Unity